Hello? 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 I'm trying to find out how I could play the how I can end up hearing the music. Is it? Oh, I know it's not even connected through USB. Hold on, that's why. That's why I can't hear it. Hello? Because normally there should be a light here. Give me one sec, chat. How do I make sure I hear you properly? But there's music playing. I know that. I think I found it. There you go. Dapat meron na. What? I can't hear anything. Give me a sec. Give me a sec. Give me a sec here. Oh, why can't I hear it? Alam ko na. Baka naka-mute. How's everybody? How's everybody right now? Oh, low volume. Give me a sec. That too, huh? Mic test. I'm pretty sure I connected everything. Let me see if this connected properly. Let's see. All right. Should work now. I see the light. Hello? Yeah. Better, chat? Better? Are things better now? I still can't hear music though. Pero okay na yung audio, no? Dapat okay na yung audio. I think you can hear me better. No. Okay na? Yeah. Yeah. Let's see. Mic test. Yeah, is it great? Kind of feels weak though. Like I have to shout para lang tumaas yung audio. What did I do wrong this time? More of this. Pero yung weird, hindi ko maybe it's this one? How do I hear what you guys can hear? Oh, there you go. Yeah, now I can hear it. And then ayusin na natin yung audio. So I'm gonna have to check the audio here. So I'm gonna have to speak regularly. Give me something to read, chat. What can I read right now? Give me a sec. Display capture. Boom. Making sure it's the same also for the other side. Boom. Okay. Alright. I need something to read para ma-adjust natin yung audio. Something to read. All right, I'll read something. I'll read something. Let me read this one. Okay, ito na. Babasahin ko to. And then, hopefully... Here. G. Thank you, bro. Okay, so we are now gonna audio check ourselves. Mic test. Gio, Robrigado, DJ Gio Rob, and Z2 New Zealand dollars. Ito, basahin mo, bro. What? It put me on... Oh, what? Okay, let me crank this baby up. Taas natin to ng onte. Lagay natin sa letter C. I feel like we can also crank this up to the letter C. There. Is this better? I feel like this is better audio. Or nag-explode na? Not really? Should be good now, chat.
Glad everything's working now.
Hanabi, thank you so much. What the heck? What the heck? W's in the chat for Hanabi. And Gio, of course, chat, for beginning our stream with a bang. Auction. Okay, so let's talk about schedule first, chat. Auction will be on Monday. Final answer, okay? Auction will be on Monday. Tuesday, you design the stream room. That's all you have to know for now. Nasa gitna ba ako? This is so weird. Kind of feels like I'm not in the middle, but I know for a fact that I'm in the middle because the middle is the light. And as you could see, my spiky hair is now covering the light. Thank you, by the way, kay Hanabi. That's a big TTS. Big TTs. Wait. Thank you so much for this too, Christian. I have a question, chat. How do we pronounce it moving forward? Because you already all agreed na hindi na natin siya sasabihin as TTS. But how are we gonna pronounce it now? Are we going to say TTs or titties? TTs or titties? How do we say TTS? Because ayaw nyo na ng 3 syllables eh. Ayaw nyo na ng TTS. Gusto nyo 2 syllables na lang. So is it TTs or titties? TTs, alright? Oh yeah. I think we should poll this one. We should poll this one. TTS is dead. How do we pronounce it moving forward? T's? Titties. God, I think, alam niyo you're stuck between two hard answers. Two bad choices. Ito tayo ngayon. Pangit pakinggan. Alright, what are we gonna do, chat? Titties or titties? Either way, no? So bad. It is so bad. Shout out kay Christian, by the way, for dropping super chat. Alright, keep that vote coming in. In the meantime, let's get things stable. We are currently at, if I am not mistaken, 217 members, which is pretty epic. Ibig sabihin, pumapasok yung mga gifteds natin. And for our super chat, another thing that I want to talk to you about, chat. Are you comfortable with DTS? Do you want to rock DTS or not quite? Because in the future, I feel like we should change this already if namamahalan kayo masyado sa tax. If you feel like tax is taking way too much away from the super chat or the dono experience, I feel like one workaround would be to change this to TTS, but at the same time, My question is, are we like, are you comfortable with that? Are you comfortable with TTS? Give me a sec here. Let me also drop something at our TikTok chat. Yes, sir. There you go. Yon. Anything sounding girl parts sexist? Well, the thing is, if it's not girl parts, it's boy parts, right? If it's titties, you know what I mean, Riza? You know what I mean? Everyone loves titties. Women love titties. Lesbians. Okay. I see where this is going. But again, it's up to you to vote, chat. It's up to you to vote where this will go. Are we gonna go with the titties or the titties? Any more and I think magagalit na si sa TikTok sa atin. Babanya na tayo bigla. I'd argue that if you're going for women empowerment, the correct move would be to vote for the one that sounds like the woman body part. The history of which will be between you and I, chat. TTs. Hey, Neil. Chat. We figured it out. That's the good news. So if you've been here the past couple of days, you probably know that we've been struggling with our electrical over here. But today we figured it out. We took advantage of the grounding cable that our condo has. So now all the stuff in the stream room are properly grounded through the extension cords that we purchased. And knowing that these extension cords are going to trip if magkaroon ng problema or ng overload, let alone the sockets themselves, we're doing so far so good. I mean, like I became an overnight amateur electrician. I now know how important grounding wires are, what mixes and matches, what contaminates electricity, what doesn't or lack thereof ang contamination ng mga plugs. And so I've properly segregated yung mga plugs and sockets natin into their rightful places. All that has to be done now is on the weekend, I'm going to be cable organizing. Kasi ngayon maganda na eh. Like I have one switch for all the lights. I press that switch, all the lights go out. Go ahead, Crest. What's your question? Let's wait for more people to come in. I'm just happy to be back. We'll do the auction again. Auction will be on Monday. I will be creating posters for this over the weekend. We will be auctioning old stream room stuff on Monday. Tuesday, we will be designing the new stream room. Maybe I should put that over here, right? Let me see. Let me see what I can do about it right now. I want to copy, paste. I want to show you that over here. Boom. It's there now, right? There's something on the screen now. And then ang gagawin ko, auction old stream stuff Monday. Dami na nating nakalagay dito. Monday, auctions old stream stuff. Tuesday, design new stream room. Boom. There you go. There you go. That works? That works, right? That works. Boom. Yeah, ang dami lang announcements. For sure, my wiring errors sa sockets. What do you mean by that, Stein? Dang, nasama pa si Rosa Parks. Si Rosa Parks? Isn't that the Isn't that the black lady who stood up for herself in the bus? Siya yun, di ba? Did you get some good shut-eye or nah? Nah, not last night. Not last night, chat. Not last night. My hair... Here's the thing, too. I mentioned in last night's stream, today's tiring. What's I saying? What if you were here in last night's stream, chat, you know na wala tayong salamin sa bahay na to. So everything from skincare to fixing my hair, I had to do on my phone. And it's not easy at all. Skincare is a lot easier because, you know, more or less, you already know that you just have to scatter things all around your face. But when it comes to hair care or hair styling, even if it only takes me about 2 minutes to fix my hair, I'm all over the place. Look at that. May spike dito. But either way, I feel like everything is good. Equipment for auction? Nah, no equipment will be for auction. We have, I mean, if anything, you want extension cords, chat? Testes. Hey, Juan Paul. What do you mean by your pogi pala? I appreciate the compliment. Bakit may pala? TTs. Pwede din testes. Testimonial. Di ba, naalala nyo ba yun? I'm sure Riza won't remember this one. But all the way back in early 2000s, testy. Pagwa naman ng testy dyan. Testes. Testes. I don't know anymore, chat. So far, TTs is winning. So far, TTs is winning. Friendster, baby. Wait, what did I say? Did I say anything else? In my head, I thought it was Friendster. Ingi po testy. Yeah. I don't know. I feel like my experience of Friendster as a kid would have been totally different if I were a little bit older. So, the way I used Friendster nung bata ako, sobrang, I would say very juvenile, very superficial, no purpose. Just, you know, to be friends, I guess, with my crush, kung meron man. I don't know. I don't even remember. Yeah, at one point, they tried to make it like MySpace. Right? With with heavy customization, trying to make people feel like they have total control. Yeah. Naglabasan daw mga amoy white flower. Bro, ang trans ay babae daw. What's your take on this? Yeah, I agree with that take. I've talked about this in length with Rika, who got in the stream with us the other day. Rika is trans, and we had a good discussion on it. Basically, we talked about both sides, right? Why trans women are women, why people don't see trans women as women, and ano ba yung point nito? Diba? Ano ba yung point netong lahat? Ano bang pinaglalaban ng mga trans? Ano ba yung pinaglalaban ng mga straight na tao? Bakit ba ayaw nilang maging babae ang mga trans? May kawalan ba? Or are we just going by generations of prejudice? So, maganda naman yung discussion. So, yeah. Trans ay babae. My answer, my take, yes. Yeah, Friendster has long been dead, man. But I do think that if you go to Friendster.com now, there is a website for Friendster.com. Yeah, there you go. Friendster, baby. Friendster is back. Oh, I remember. Friendster wiki. There you go. Look at that, chat. Founded 2002, 23 years ago. Dissolved 2015. Wow. It peaked at 8.2 million users in June 2010. Lahat Pilipino. 5 million Filipino. Its current status is defunct, but I think there you go. The CEO of Friendster invited John Zachary Danao to be its first user to enter the early version of the site. So I don't think it's defunct. I don't think this is updated because we literally just visited Friendster and my friendster.com pa naman. I do feel like it's not gonna make any big moves soon. I don't know why it's even there. I don't know the point. Heck yeah. Heck yeah. Sticky caps. Anywhere from sticky caps to typing in that way, Larry. It was a whole vibe. Before it was called a certain way. Starts with the letter J. We all thought that typing in that way was the in thing to do. Mga GM, no? My gosh. I would do that, chat. Like back then, entertainment for me was texting all my friends. And I'm a little ashamed to I remember this grade 4, grade 3, grade 4. I remember this very si Zach. Si Zach nabigyan ng gift. Yo, chat. W Alex. Okay, so I would text all my friends with my Nokia 5310. Ano yung rugged na Nokia? Nokia 5310? Nah, there was a Nokia that was super rugged. Yung halos gomal yung gilid niya. Yeah, it was this one. Bang! No, it was not 5110 was the first ever, right? The one that made texting mainstream. But I remember texting my friends with this phone. This particular one. God. I would text them. Only 4 letters, chat. Yan yung tinetext ko sa kanila. Gawa mo. Gawa mo. And then maybe if I texted like maybe 20 friends, maybe I'd be lucky if 5 replied. That's a 25% hit rate. Gawa mo. And then ayun, that was peak entertainment when you were a kid. Just literally communicating with your friends without video, without audio, just literally text-based communication, but through digital means because you had your phone. 3210, hell yeah. Sending GMs, and inside those GMs were mentions. Yo, yeah, no, that one I don't remember too much, JM. Pero grabe to. Although I don't think I ever owned the 5210. Hiniram ko lang yata yung sa pinsan ko. So 5210, I remember he had the orange one. But as far as Nokia phones went, I owned a 3210. I owned a 3310. And then after this, I don't remember anymore, but I also went through a Nokia 7210. No. Nokia 7110. No, wait, what? Baka 7310. Sorry. 7310. No. 7610. Last answer, final answer. I owned the 7610 towards the end of high school. Yeah, 7610 towards the end of high school. Damn. These phones be very nostalgic, man. Acid, don't even mention it, my week. Yeah. Every time we talk about this, it's always fun because nagpapakilala ang mga edad natin. Nagpapakilala tayo sa mga through the phones that we've used. Yeah, I think I've used Sony Ericsson also. Na may stylus pa kung di ako nagkakamali. Oh gosh, I'm so lucky to have parents who just indulged my weird obsession with cell phones. Yeah. There's this Nokia cell phone. Nokia cell phone with camera that slides. This one, bro. I used this phone in high school. This one. What phone is this? What phone is this? No, T6 7650. Dumaan din ako sa phone na to. Yeah, dang. I don't know when I owned this phone, kung first year high school or fourth year high school. Pero lahat ng phones ko, chat, hand-me-downs. It all came from my parents who I guess upgraded often enough because they had postpaid plans that offered them new phones every year. And so whatever phone they won't use, binibigay nila sa aming mga magkakapatid. Yeah. Engage was a good phone too. Nakapag-flip phone ka pa? No, di ako dumaan sa flip phones. Although flip phones are very popular, remember the Motorola Razr? Ginamit to nung ate ko. The old Razr at least. I think it was this one. No, this is a new Razr. Ito na may screen sa labas eh. The old Razr, chat. Yun yung flip phone na ginagamit ng ate ko. Pero as far as flip phones go... Oh, I used one! Sony Ericsson siya. Hindi siya high-end na phone. Hindi siya mid-end. I think low-end siya na phone. Yeah. What's up, Zoom? Okay. I wanna know something here. Riza, what was your first phone ever? SC, what's your first phone ever? Nokia 8850? Dang! This is my dream phone! I remember. And then they came out with a colored version of this. Dream phone ko to, John Ree, nung bata ako. Like I would go to Nokia stores. Nokia stores ba? Baka nga Globe stores lang yun eh. Alala ko, favorite ko puntahan. Dati nung wala pa kasing traffic, madalas kami gumala sa Rockwell Power Plant. And sobrang dalas ko sa top floor sa may bowling. Dati may bowling kasi yung Rockwell eh. Dun ako pumupunta sa Globe or sa Nokia, and then I would just test out all their phones, man. Di ba nagka-colored version nito? This one like back then, the smaller the phone, the more high-tech. Jeez. Dream phone. This is my dream phone, man. The colored version of this, yung colored na yung screen, I think came only in black. Yeah, man. Ganyan yung sa mother daw ni Christian. Yeah, eventually, matagal pa yung colored version nito eh. 8310 yata yun. Nah. But I remember, chat. Lahat tayo, yung mga casing natin, iba-iba. No? Tapos pinapalagyan natin ng kung ano-anong kulay. Riza's first phone is an S4. That's a pretty new phone. I was in college when this phone came out. Yeah, I was in college when this phone came out. I think second year college. S4 kasi naalala ko yung klasikong Koreana. Ayaw niya gumamit ng iPhone. Nokia 7600? Oh, no. I don't think I ever used this. Hand-me-down, sabi ni Riza. If I read that right, SC said that his first phone ever was 4S. I'd like to argue that the GOAT iPhone, hear me out, the GOAT iPhone is the iPhone 6S. That's what I feel the GOAT iPhone is. Very close second place to the iPhone 6S is iPhone's first ever full screen OLED iPhone 10. That's it. And then after that, things just became repetitive. I think, I'm not sure if Stein will agree with me there, but the 6S and the 10, chef's kiss. Really, really good phones. 6S and the Bengate. 6S was the last phone Apple ever innovated. I think with the 6S, nagkaroon yata ng, I think the big feature of the 6S was 240 FPS or 120 FPS. 7 na siya nag-slow down. I think 7 is, no, 6 is when they introduced plus size phones, right? Never should have gotten rid of the audio jack. I feel like it was due. Oh, thank you, Ron. Ron, come over here to YouTube. Yeah, I do feel like long overdue. One way or another, Apple, if not Apple, some other brand would have taken the iPhone jack away. I mean the headphone jack. It just took too much space on the phone. And with phones just with the space inside of phones just fighting for real estate, removing the 3.5 millimeter jack just opened so many things for innovation. At least with what innovation there was back then. The 4S was a good phone for SC. Screen was hella small. They say that the new iOS update, I'm not sure if you guys will agree because I haven't even checked it out. The last big iOS update that changed the way phones apps looked was the iOS, tama ba? iOS 7. And then ngayon na lang ulit. Yeah, iOS 26. Tama ba? What's iOS 7? Was that it? Yeah, I think that's it. Yeah. iOS 7 was the big one, right? It changed the way all the apps looked. And then I think iOS 26 is going to be the next big change with how apps look. Yeah. Yung dalawang yun. Oh, tutulog ka na, Ron? Edu Garudo. Oh, nice to see you again. I mean, it works in their favor, right? Edu Garudo. I think that's the thing with... That's the thing with capitalism. They're willing to do good only if it benefits them too. In the same way that Apple has a fair argument when they said, hindi, we won't ship cables and we won't ship chargers anymore. At first, it was earphones that they removed, right? And then chargers. And then they argue that, it reduces the size of the box. It reduces the weight of the box, which therefore allows less carbon footprint. It's true, but at the same time, it allows them to fill up their container vans with so many more iPhones. So yeah, there's always a give and take with big tech. But I will stand by it na the headphone jack had to be removed, not just for AirPods, because if you think about it, every single phone eventually removed their headphone jack. I mean, eventually it would have gotten there, diba? Yeah, Alcatel phone. I remember si Mommy Keiko may ganyan. Yellow yung Alcatel niya. Oh, gosh. Gosh, I think it was this one. I think ito mismo yung phone ni Mommy Keiko na Alcatel. I distinctly remember this logo. Oh, man. Yeah, that too, right, Argil? Yeah. However, chat, I do think that while Apple and Samsung and Google are hardly ever innovating these days, I don't think that they're purposefully nerfing their upgrades. Like, it's not in their best interest. Why would Apple purposely make their next phone a shitty phone when they risk people shifting to different brands? It's just so hard to innovate these days kasi sobrang mature na ng product. But rest assured, all these big brands, anywhere from your nothing phones to your Samsungs, to your Google Pixels, to your iPhones, Oppo, they're all trying their best to come out with whatever they can the following year. And if you feel like the phones these days are just sucking or are very similar to last year's phones, that's genuinely because nag-peak na yung innovation curve ng smartphones. And that's why you have companies struggling to find out what the next hardware is. And then now meron tayong wearable tech. Apple Watches haven't innovated in the last 5-6 iterations, diba? I guess it's just that nag-peak na talaga ang technology ng smartphones and ng watches. Oh, thank you. Thank you, SC. Thank you, SC. Thank you, Yel. Changi sa Thailand. I like the fit. It makes me look like I lift, even though I haven't been lifting properly. Yeah, there was a phone before Mommy Keiko used the Alcatel. It was a big, bulky phone. It was a big phone, chat. 1990s. I think it was this one. One of these. Ito yung phone ni Mommy Keiko. Excuse me. Either this. It was one of these, chat. Ito or ito yung ginagamit ni Mommy Keiko. And then I remember she would leave it in her room. And then nakalagay dun yung cellphone number niya that we would call in case of emergency. It was one of these phones for sure. Likely more this one if I remember correctly. Yeah. iOS 26 is trash. Changed my mind. I wouldn't know. I haven't had a deep dive into iOS 26. Just been stressing these days. Good day, Clary. Yeah, nothing in CMF are trying to do something. But here, Apple's just gonna welcome all these competitors because I think the really smart thing that Apple did, right, when we began to realize na hindi na nag-i-innovate masyado ang smartphones, iPhones these days, they kind of feel like the same phone that was released 4 years ago, right? The cameras aren't getting that much better. We're not really seeing anything different anymore. The smart thing that Apple did was create a software ecosystem that's hard to get out of. And trust me, chat, if you own one Apple device, having another Apple device that works well with it will make it that much harder to find any other brand. That's why it's a slippery slope. First you get an iPhone, next you get the watch, next you get AirPods. Ooh, a laptop kind of sounds nice to go with these. Diba? And the next thing you know, may tablet ka na rin. But I'm very, very proud that I personally don't own AirPods. It's the last thing. It's the last thing. It's my last line of defense against going full Apple fanboy despite already being 90% Apple fanboy. And I think Manny will be proud of me for that one. Bilang a hindi AirPods user. How did you develop your public speaking skills? Just sheer practice, Kyle. I never had good public speaking skills. Don't think I have good enough public speaking skills. I would consider myself to be a high novice. So if there's novice, high novice, intermediate, high intermediate, expert, I would say my public speaking skills are high novice. Sheer practice lang talaga, paulit-ulit na like doing this for thousands of hours, I would say, has gotten me to this point already. But other than that, I still suck, I feel. Thank you though. I appreciate it, Kyle. Why do you ask? AirPods are really good, except the Max. The Max sucks. Nung bata ka, lagi nag-i-English sa bahay nyo. Oo. Parating English ang salita sa bahay. Pati sa extended family. Mga pinsan ko, English din ang salita namin. Sa school, yun ang Taglish. Madalas Taglish sa school. Pero bihira ang pure Filipino na pananalita. I was never exposed in an environment na talagang like 90% Filipino. Growing up, most of the time it was Taglish and English. But who cares? Who cares? So my pride and joy is that I know how to speak both languages properly. Not perfectly, just properly. And I think it's a shame when and I mean no hate to people who I'm about to throw some shade on, but I think it's a shame when you only know English. Okay lang siguro if you only know Filipino or if you know your native tongue and that's it. Pero kung English yung alam mo, I don't know, you have to have a specific set of circumstances to be able to just know English if you're Filipino. I don't know, man. I have that kind of hater in me. When is the auction? Okay, so if you look here at the schedule, Monday, auction for old stream stuff. Tuesday, design the new stream room. Okay, that's gonna be our content. Just give me this weekend to just fix everything because I've been cramming work. No, I haven't even been cramming work. I've been postponing work because of the errands, all the stuff that happened in the stream room, yung gulo na nangyari, with the electrical as well. But I'm so glad right now, chat, that my voltage reader can't get a read on any of the equipment here. Kasi wala na tayong lost current. Grounded na lahat ng cables natin. Please tell me your thoughts on Jisoo Life Fan. Ano yung ECE? Please tell me your thoughts on Jisoo Life Fan. I think it's a good product. Just I feel like the lowest tier Jisoo fan won't give you isn't much different than the highest tier Jisoo fan. Gets ba? Like, you know how the Jisoo... Okay, I'll paint it in a really practical way. Yung pinaka-basic mong Jisoo Life fan na 500 pesos siguro. Handheld We're talking about handheld, not tabletop, not mini, not belt fan. Handheld Jisoo Life fan. It's about $500, right? Could be less if my voucher. I could be wrong too, but it could be let's just talk about 500 pesos as a ballpark for the Jisoo Life portable handheld fan. If you buy the 3,500 peso Jisoo Life fan, I would argue that it's not 7 times better than the 500 peso variant, even if in price it's 7x. So pagdating sa Jisoo Life, ingat sa budol. ingat sa budol, and have fun, man. I mean, whatever you purchase, no regrets dapat. Kasi mahal ang mga Jisoo Life na fan eh. Pero okay naman yung quality. Wala naman ako naririnig ever na nagko-complain about it. But, yeah, another thought that I have about Jisoo Life fans, I feel na nakahanap na naman ng paraan ang mga kapitalista. Ay, tama. Nakahanap na naman ng paraan ang mga kapitalista na paggastusin tayo ng pera natin kahit di natin kailangan gawin yun. For example, nakita nila na marami na tayong tumbler. Nabentahan na nila lahat tayo ng tumbler. Lahat tayo, di naman natin kailangan ng 2, 3 tumbler. So, they gave up on that. They stopped iterating on tumblers and different kinds and brands of tumblers. And they decided that, hey, what goes well with a tumbler? Tumbler, cooling yourself down. Fan. I don't know. The random take. Have you ever banned someone in chat? Yes. But it's more so the mods that make that independent decision. Mods have full control over who they ban, what messages they would retract, and I fully stand by what the mods decide to do. So ingat kayo, chat. The mods are very aware, by the way. I'll let you know right now. The mods, we have a mods only group chat in Discord, and they basically talk about what happens in chat and mga borderline hindi na pwedeng pag-usapan. Yeah, so they're keeping an eye out. They know it. So if you're not banned, then I guess you're doing fine. But most of the time, I think the mods have very high tolerance, and they practice maximum tolerance on UChat. So it's okay. The mods are cool. Don't be afraid of the mods. If your message gets retracted, lalabas naman yun eh, na-retract yung message mo ng mod. But if your message doesn't appear, it's likely that it didn't pass through YouTube's filter. Because YouTube has a built-in filter. So don't be mistaken. Let's say you send a message. I think this happens to Riza a lot. If you type a message and hindi siya nagpakita, it's not the mod's fault that it didn't appear. It's likely YouTube and their filtering system. Stein here, going full defense. Full court defense si Stein sa Apple ngayon. Kung ayaw nyo ng Apple, edi wag. Dun kayo sa Android. My setup, what do you want to share? What do you want to know? I'm open. The Office Ninja podcast. Just tell me what you think. Tell me what you want to know. Papakabait na ako na be yourself, chat. I think the mods are gonna mute you first. I think that's the first action that they're gonna do. They're probably gonna mute you for 5 minutes. And if makulit pa rin kayo, they'll probably mute you for a longer time. If makulit pa rin kayo, you'll probably get banned. I don't know. I really don't know. But the mods have very high tolerance. Maximum. I also have a lot of respect for the mods and their decisions. I have no idea, to be honest. Ilang strike bago maban. Sometimes you just have to say one bad thing and you're banned automatically. Right? Depends really. It's the mods. And again, whatever they decide, I'll back up. Do I get notifications for mutes? I'm not sure. Let me try to I'm not sure. Let me try to time out. Who wants to get timed out, chat? Who wants to get timed out? Who wants to get timed out? Just for the fun of it. Tingnan natin how this works. I'm not sure if it's gonna show up on your end, but we'll know now. Ito, timeout natin si SWG. Let's give SWG a 1-minute timeout. That's what I get, but I don't think anybody else saw that, right? No one else saw that, right? But it only appeared. Yeah, yeah, no message deleted. It appeared on my end, message deleted by Carlos Benipayo. Message deleted by Carlos Benipayo. There you go. Na timeout si SWG. I wonder what happens once SWG comes out of the timeout. Nagpa-pro tip pa to si Manny, oh. If you want Carlos to get pissed, just ping me. No, please don't. Sorry about that. I think nag-lag tayo dun. No. We're back. Ako yung binan ako ni OJ. Yeah, but every single message, naglag lang bigla. But we should be good. Every single message prior to the mute gets a notification here. Message deleted by Carlos. Pero to you guys, nawala lang siya bigla. Yeah, nag-disconnect yung computer. Naglag dito. Yeah. Alright, let's talk about something that I care about right now, chat. And I hope that once we're done talking about this, we offer each other really nice perspectives here. But dahil binring up na rin dito sa TikTok, I want to know your thoughts on the 200 peso wage hike. Any thoughts here? The 100 or 200 peso wage hike, chat. Honest thoughts, no judging, no right and wrong answer. I think it's a good topic to talk about, especially now. What the hell is that? So basically, if I'm not mistaken, the wage right now is at around 670. What is the minimum wage Metro Manila? 645. There you go. And then 608 for businesses or companies with less than 15 workers. So 645. Let's just stick to 645, okay? 608 yata if you're a very small business or agriculture ka. Small retail and service establishments with 15 or fewer employees. Okay, 645. So now, for the longest time, na-approve yung bill granting a 200 peso wage hike. So from a daily wage of 645, magiging 845 na ang empleyado. What do you guys think about it, chat? What do you think about it? The wage hike that is 200 pesos. Who's Baby Bo? Tataas ang minimum wage, tataas ang expense ng company, tataas ang price ng commodities. Tataas din yung bilihin kasi parang di kakayanin ng company yung wage na tinaas. For me, I think it would have a domino effect. Tataas lang din bilihin. Minimum wager pa naman daw si Christian. Businesses will pass the increase to... Alright, I think we're all on the same page. I think we're all on the same page, chat. Yeah, we're all on the same page. Yeah. Equilibrium economics? Hell yeah. Okay. Cancel out din kasi inflation, VAT tataas. Hindi naman kasama ata yung non-minimum wagers. Yeah, hindi kasama yung mga non-minimum wagers. Yeah, I think we're all on the same page here, chat. Yeah, I agree. the main argument here is that the main argument here is that it's just gonna fuck everything up. There's gonna be a wicked domino effect that's just gonna mess the economy up, and the only benefit to a massive wage hike, according to what I read, is that it will make whoever passed the bill and the law more attractive to voters, to their respective voter base, without adding any real value to the Philippine economy. Hold on. All right. I think my somebody butt dialed me. Hey Annie. Hey Annie. Long time no see. Hirapan. Okay, so yeah, we're on the same page. Yeah, so that's what's gonna happen, okay? And then one argument that really resonates with me is that in the end, pag nagkaroon ng big wage hike, ang makikinabang lang dito, mga large companies. It's gonna kill small and medium enterprises because they cannot afford the 200 peso wage hike. Because per employee, 200 pesos means 4,400 per month. 200 a day times 22 days, 4,400 per month. And so mahihirapan yung mga small businesses, even the medium-sized ones, are gonna have a hard time. So what are they gonna do? Well, they can't exactly cut their employees out because they need their employees. They're not a very big company, diba? So they're gonna try their best to retain their workforce or their manpower or their production. And however, they're gonna cut some corners. Yun yung sabi nila. Either work days will no longer be a complete 5 or 6 day work week. Magiging part-timers, worse, they're gonna underwrite their books. Mas itatago lang nila yung expenses ay yung costs nila. Hindi sila magde-declare ng maayos na revenue para mabawi nila yon. And this only benefits large companies. Why? Because large companies don't give a shit. First of all, they can afford it. They can afford to raise the minimum wage of all their minimum wage earner employees. Because at the same time, ng pagtaas ng minimum wage nila, ang dali-dali lang nung gagawin nila. Ipapasa nila yung cost na yun sa consumer. So ipapasa nila yung taas ng minimum wage sa pagtaas ng presyo ng mga bilihin nila. And they can afford to do that because they're large companies, meaning to say, they already have a large user base that cannot make do without their brand or their products. And then tataas yung inflation, mag-i-inflate, tataas yung presyo ng bilihin. And the next thing you know, we're just back where we left off, if not worse. Because sino rin ba ang mga malalaking companies natin? We have our URC, we have our Unilever, P&G, diba? The very big manufacturers here in the Philippines who can afford that wage increase but at the same time pass on that increase onto the customer. What do they produce? Mga fast-moving consumer goods natin. Mga shampoo, sabon, toothpaste, di ba? Tataas lahat ng presyo na yun. we can't not buy toothpaste. We can't not buy shampoo. We can't not buy pancit canton or instant coffee or the cheapest consumer products. We can't not buy, will not buy. Like there won't be an instance where we're just gonna not buy them anymore. So wala tayong choice kundi bilhin yung mga mas mahal nilang products because of the wage hike. So yeah, it's a very complicated thing, but I did learn all of what I just said from this very long post that I urge you to read, Chad. It's a very well-written post. Some highlights of this include here. First, nilagay niya na, first of all, let's be clear here, kailangan natin ng higher wages.
Kasi ang cost of living natin, tumataas. So yeah, kailangan natin gawin yun. Minimum wage, 6 at 6.45, pero malayo pa raw siya sa 1,225 na family living wage. And then he talks about the 200 na peso increase and how it's gonna affect MSMEs. And that make up almost 99%, almost 100% of all businesses and 67% of the workforce. Basically, very well-written, comprehensive piece that talks about it. And then pinag-usapan niya rin that other countries like Vietnam and Indonesia, they calibrate wage increases very carefully. And they do deep research. Samantalang tayo, and then ang ganda rin neto kasi nagbigay siya ng solutions, di ba? Reform the economy, cut red tape, improve infrastructure, lower logistic costs, expand power supply. So kumbaga hindi lang siya reklamador. This entire post not just about complaining, not just about shitting on the 200 peso daily legislated wage increase, pero nagbigay din siya ng solution sa end. And I do think that it is a very nice post. That is why I'm going to be sharing this in our memes and links. And when you have the time, please read it, chat. It's probably like a 8-minute read. If you feel like it, I feel like it will go a long way because when you look at the comments, by the way, depending siguro kung ano yung algorithm mo. But when you look at the comments of wage hike, yung 100 or 200 peso wage hike being canceled or abolished, ang daming nagko-complain. Bakit daw hindi ginawa? Bakit kasi mas binigyan pang importansya yung pag-impeach kay Duterte, kay Sara Duterte? 'Di ba? Parang yun yung conversations na nakikita ko sa top comments na ano ba yan? Dapat tinaasan or wala sa tamang isip ang gobyerno, di nila tinaasan yung wage hike. Sila lang yung yumayaman. But the thing is, I honestly think that we were better off canceling the wage hike than pushing through with it. Yeah. That's true too. Matagal na natin problema na masyadong Metro Manila-centric ang galaw ng ekonomiya natin. To be fair, we do have three business centers in the Philippines, right? We have Metro Manila, Cebu, and Davao, like large economies. We have three, but we need more. It's not enough. It's not enough that we have Cebu and Davao. Yeah, I think we're like number 8, Yel. Kung di ako nagkakamali. Number 9, Yemen. Number 10 yata, Myanmar. But if I'm not mistaken, we're among the top 10 worst places to work in. Oh, I saw that, Gio. Yung guided by the Holy Spirit. That's fucked up, bro. That's the dumbest thing I've seen all week. Let's see if we can find that. Did I see that in the memes and links? I think I saw that in I saw that on my Instagram feed earlier. Pakita ko sa inyo yun. Sobrang nakita ko to. Nagko-complain na si TikTok. There you go. I think I found it. When I saw this, napatanga na lang ako eh. Here, I found it.
President, Senator, nag-iisip lang. I'm just guided by the Holy Spirit.
Holy Spirit! Ano ba Holy Spirit, ha? Holy Spirit ka agad, ha? My God.
I am not a lawyer, Mr. President. Senator, nag-iisip lang. I'm just guided by the Holy Spirit.
Crazy, right? Hey, Trisha. Trisha, lipat ka. Come over here to YouTube. We're live here. Mas nababasa ko yung chat dito.
Holy Spirit. Crazy, man. Crazy. Pinadala raw yata ni Alex. Oh, man. We're definitely in a pickle, chat. Definitely in a pickle, and I don't know, man. I want to be hopeful, but at the same time, where are we headed, really? Yeah, the funny thing is we elected this guy. Jokes on us, man. Yeah, mga nasa YouTube, Trisha, lahat kami dito guided by the Holy Spirit. So, alika dito, alika dito. Ako naawa para sa Holy Spirit. That's actually funny. Ano pa, kawalan pa ng Holy Spirit eh, no? Okay, I do have like 200 tabs open here of just Reddit threads. So let's check out some cool stuff here. Yema or pastil? Damn, this is a tough one, chat. Yema or pastillas? I already have an answer. Yema or pastillas? This is tough, man. Sabi ni Yel, ICC, pakigalaw ang bato. Ay, baso pala. I'ma go for Yema. What do you think, chat? Ako Yema ako dito. Easy for me. Yema. Why? Because mas onti yung babalatan, to be fair. Like, if I want to get full with just Yema, I have to less ang babalatan kong Yema kaysa sa gusto kong mabusog sa pastillas, mas marami akong babalatan. Yeah, toasted Yema. Ooh, dang. Yema basta hindi tunaw. I remember, random story, all the way back in high school. So, meron kaming high school project. And I think we were the class. We were 41 in the class. This is related to Yema, trust me. We were 41 in the class, and we were divided into maybe 8 groups of 5 or 5 groups of 8. And then I think we were tasked to come up with decorations. I don't know what for anymore. Hindi ko alam kung pang Christmas, pang salo-salo. But basically, in high school, that was a task. And I think one group just got so lazy at creating whatever design they wanted to do. Ang ginawa nila, chat, kung di ako nagkakamali, alam niyo yung traffic cone? Yan, traffic cone. Yung traffic cone, binalutan nila ng cellophane. And that was it. Yun yung submission nila sa project that we were probably given weeks to accomplish. And sobrang disappointed nung teacher namin. Sabi nung teacher namin, ano ba yan? Parang ang tagal ng oras na binigay ko sa inyo. 8 naman kayo sa grupo. Tapos ginawa nyo, Yema. Good times, high school, when you can get away with mediocrity. I don't know where they got the traffic cone. That's a whole nother story, I guess. Ambag ng lahat, pera lang. Okay, let's move on. Let's move on to maybe another this or that. Let's talk about this some more. Top for the week. We haven't visited Reddit in a long time, man. Okay, here we go. Yema or pastillas? What's another one? Melon juice or calamansi juice? Ooh. Okay. Now we're talking. Yeah, it's part of it. What's up, Mock? By the way, the lighting is much better now. What do you think, chat? I like the lighting now. Less glaring yung gilid. And it kind of looks like the background is just glowing. Right? And then the hair light too, much better placement. Everything just is working right now. So I'm happy about I'm happy about our lighting. Okay. Calamansi or melon juice? Yeah, it's fixed now, Mok. I'm happy. Thank you to Stein who made me spend a lot of money today just to get this PC to work. 218 members, by the way, chat. Let's keep this up. Let's try to have our June goal intact. June membership goal currently at 218. Thank you, by the way, to Alex for our last gifted. Speaking of goal, please don't forget to vote. Chat, please don't forget to vote for the haircut I am going to be getting for the month of June. Okay, I'm not gonna show you the results to avoid creating any biases, but I hope you can go check this out. Vote away kung anong haircut ang gusto nyo na gawin ko for the month of June. We currently have 38 votes, 25 hours left. The options are here. Go ahead and choose, chat. Again, if it's a dumb haircut, I will do it, but I'll only do it for 2 days. And then I'll probably get it cut to a normal looking hair. But I'm gonna do it anyway. So it's really up to you kung anong gusto nyo. But, two of these. Kung kailan umayos yung temperature no? Doon pa kailangan umalis, bro. Alright, where were we now? Melon o calamansi juice? Calamansi with snowberry candy. Melon kasi walang buto. Melon calamansi? That's interesting. Melon kapag season. If Bald wins, I don't know how to fix that. I think Bald is a point of no return. We just have no choice but to wear a cap until the hair grows properly. Bro Mond, asa na yung badge sa tabi ng pangalan mo? Let's get that membership, brother. Yeah, I would go for melon here. If only because trip ko talaga yung beverages na may sahog. I feel like drinks that you just straight up slurp or drink are kind of corny. I want to play with something in my mouth. You know what I mean, chat? Pag bald, pwede mag-wig, no? Why not? Why not? All right, let's move on. Anytime Fitness, anything interesting here? Gago to I wonder what the comments here are. Kahit sa ang gym yata, maraming gay. Okay. Yung mga nakakasabay ko, puro gay. Pero grabe, ang gaganda ng katawan nila. Hell yeah! Mas maganda pa katawan ng mga bading kong kaibigan kaysa mga straight. Okay. We're good. I thought this thread would go the wrong way, man. Tsaka ang gagwapo, ang babango nila tingnan sa gym. There you go. Wow, good comments in here. Good comments. Upvote. Let's go. Yeah, good comments up in here. Happy to see people not being very prejudiced. Hey, not a bad take either. Sila yung may madaming pera, I guess. Oh. Walang asawa at walang anak, so ang daming pang gym. Don't get me wrong, deserve nila magpaganda at magpapo. Hell yeah, I love it, man. I love it. I thought we were gonna get into a lot of... akala ko mapapa keyboard warrior tayo tonight eh. Bakal gym is more approachable and friendly than commercial gym. Prove me wrong. Either. Hit or miss. Yeah, Mok. I've heard Rika say that. that the reason why our industry leaders are often part of the queer community is because there's just that innate drive to prove oneself worthy of being recognized because of just the sheer amount of misogyny that's just ingrained in society. You know what I mean? Kaya may ganun. Gets ko. The hot girls are in Pilates. Pag babae nasa gym, wala nagawa. Hindi naman. Hindi lahat ng babae. Actually, I don't think I've ever seen a girl in the gym na TikTok lang or whether gumagawa ng TikTok or nanonood lang ng TikTok. Yeah. We eat misogyny for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Fuck that, man. I hope mabuhay tayo in our lifetime. At least in Quezon City, nagsisimula na. So I'm proud of being from Quezon City. Na we become. I hope the term no longer becomes progressive, right? Na mas progressive na tayo sa understanding natin. Mas alam na natin na may gender spectrum. I hope that it just becomes normal. Na that's just the way life is. Because that's how it should be. And I hope na maabutan ko yun within my lifetime here in the Philippines. I doubt it though. Sabi ni Yale, Bakal Gym got nicer people. I agree. I agree, sabi ni Yale. All the girls in the gym are way more active than the men. No joke. Okay, going back to this topic, Bakal Gym is more approachable. I've been to both. If I've been working out and this is a flex that I'm proud of. I've been working out. I've been lifting weights for 17 years, mostly on than off. 17 years, but I can't say for sure how long I've been doing it correctly. I've spent 9 of those years in Bakal gyms. No, that's a lie. 7 of those years in Bakal gyms. 3 of those years na switching between the two, Bakal gym and commercial gym. And then 7 years commercial. I really can't tell the difference. Maybe I just forgot already. Or maybe sobrang introverted ko lang sa gym or I keep to myself. I like it. It's my me time. I wear my headphones and then I just mute the world out. But generally, I feel like I get the same vibe. I just don't care too much about other people. But it makes a lot of sense kung bakit mas approachable and friendly ang nasa Bakal Gym. It's because people there it's a smaller community. People are friendlier. People wanna make it a safe space for everybody. In commercial gyms, lalo na kung you can enter that gym and enter any other gym, iba-ibang tao yung pumapasok, di ba? So you have a mix of people instead of the constant stream of people from the area kapag nasa Bakal Gym ka lang. Yeah, so I hope that makes sense. I guess apart from the fact that in commercial gyms, you typically have higher membership fees. You also have and with higher membership fees, you kind of automatically filter the demographic that you get. And so with that kind of demographic, I guess people are just less friendly and more snobbish. I don't know. Pero feeling ko yun yung mga reasons. I don't think it's a coincidence. I think it's driven a lot by community and money. Some people go to the gym to work out. Not everyone is there to be friendly. It's nothing personal. I guess that's what I thought too. That's why I see no difference. I've always thought that people go to the gym to better themselves. Not gonna lie, the poster probably hasn't experienced both. Not that it's a problem, but he wouldn't say that. Yeah. Observation lang din, commercial gyms are mostly working professionals. So sobrang objective namin and we want to get the job done lang. Yeah, that's another good take. Diba? Pagod na. Usually working professionals, they've worked 9 hours in their day of just getting shit from their boss or making their boss's lives better. When they're in the gym, they're there to unwind and relax. But again, I've experienced a lot of friendliness from both gyms. Camaraderie is strong in both gyms. I think in general it depends on what kind of crowd you find yourself in. Yeah, it's hard. This one's a hard one. I don't think there's a right answer to this one. I definitely feel na this question or this topic is super based on your experiences. So let me know in the comments what you think. Commercial gyms, bakal gyms, alin ang mas friendly? Are they the same? Work out with your boss, then you'll get a raise. Yummy. Oh, I have a friend. And you know how sometimes when you say I have a friend, you're usually just referring to yourself. No, this time I really do have a friend. Na oblige niya. No, he doesn't oblige himself. He humors his boss by working out with her. And let me tell you something. My friend has gone places in the corporate ladder. And I don't think they've done anything freaky. I just think that the fact na pumapayag lang yung friend ko na yun na maging G siya sa kung ano yung inaalok ng boss, sexual favors not included, malayo yung narating niya. Maganda yung Manila Hotel Gym? What? Damn, Manila Hotel Gym. Oh, damn. Looks like an old gym, but a complete gym. I'd take complete anytime. Not bad. Not bad at all. Yeah, old complete gyms are far superior than new pero kulang. Baka naman going down under. Well, what do you mean there, Riza? Condo gyms are the best for me. Wala masyadong tao. Ooh. Come to think of it, I do live in a condo now. And I haven't really checked the gym atmosphere. Oo nga, no? Ang ayoko lang siguro sa gym condo, limited hours. I think gym condo namin hanggang 10 p.m. lang bukas. Then again, most people don't work out after 10 p.m. It's just me. Me and sad people. Uy, Choknut! Choknut, come over here. Come over here to YouTube. By the way, shout out din sa lahat ng silent viewers natin. I don't know if it's just me, chat, but lately we've been hitting 30 viewers. So that's a big win on our end. Especially since we've left Kumu and just went totally all in on YouTube. Shout out sa mga silent viewers dyan, yung mga naka-podcast mode lang, na nakatambay lang. Just wanna listen to the live stream but not really engage. That's all cool. Don't forget to like the stream if you can. But if you just wanna hang out and lurk, that's all cool too. Shout out to you. Yeah, yung condo namin limited equipment lang. Like, it has dumbbells. I'm not sure if it goes up all the way to 50 even. And then we have like, alam niyo yung machines na all-in-one. Na pinagdikit-dikit, tas all-in-one na siya. And then I think 3 treadmills and maybe a couple of elliptical machines. Nothing epic. Pretty small. But I guess if you gotta get the workout for whatever reason, it's not such a bad place. Max on the dumbbells doing what? All right, we move on. Let's find another good topic here. That was a good topic, actually. Carlos Yulo is gold. Oh, what? Gymnastic Asian Championships, gold medal. Dang. At least one Carlos is doing great. Maligayang kaarawan. Ooh! Chat. You want Yale to talk in the stream? Just play this video.
Picked up by Gia. We're floor defense so impeccable here.
Outstanding, really.
I don't even know what's going on.
Blocks.
Nanalo ba tayo dito? Basta may cables, Gina yun. Ako, honestly, dumbbells. Incline press, I'm not a strong presser. I think the most I've ever done is 40 for a couple of reps for bench press. But I never really I'm not a good presser. I watched that this morning, sabi ni Yel. All right, let's move on. May reward ng 300 pesos sa kung sino mang makakapagturo sa mga shoplifters sa Dali. Ooh, I've read about this one. So many people appreciate Dali, by the way, chat. Kasi totoo ngang mura sa Dali. And if you know how to look, you will get a good product. So, the problem with convenience stores and community grocery stores, number one problem nila talaga shoplifting. Oy, nice, Yel. So, very problematic, definitely, that we're seeing something like this. Like, you know, Dali is such a good thing. Let's not ruin nice things. Let's not ruin nice things with our bad habits, chat. I'm personally not a big Dali shopper. Sino dito mahilig mag-shop sa Dali? Dali is love. Yel loves Dali. Yel loves Dali. I think Ron too, for a while, was one of the first early adopters of Dali. Alala ko pinapadala ni Ron yung Go Nut from Dali. That was cool. Why did bro pause? Yeah, I had to adjust my seat because my hips are hurting. I feel like hindi ako sanay sa table. I'm not used to, by the way, chat, being this close to the table. With our old table in the old stream room, walang leg room yung table ko. Yeah, that's nice to know, Yel. So let's not ruin it sa mga taong nagsasabi na maraming shoplifting na nagaganap dito. And then someone did this too, which is pretty cool. Dali ground beef, 500 grams. Just make sure to render the oil. Pero high quality naman daw. If I'm not mistaken, 500 grams of Dali ground beef is 75 pesos. Technically speaking, if 50% is fat and you render the lean meat properly, you're paying about $150 for pure beef. Not bad. 300 per kilo. Okay, let's scale this up, okay? So 75 pesos for 50-50, meaning to say 150 pesos if you want to get pure meat at 500 grams. You double that to get a kilo rate. So per kilo ng meat sa Dali, 300. Not bad. Don't throw the fat down. Yes, actually, Riza, ikaw ba yung nag-comment nito? Chat, we have found Riza's burner on Reddit. Riza here on Reddit says, keep that rendered oil. Best kind of oil to use sa French fries and hash browns. But yeah, the OP replies here, tinatapon lang namin most of it dahil we'd rather not consume that. The protein on that? Well, if you could render all the fat, ideally, you get, well, pure protein. If you render all the fat and get rid of it, best to probably weigh this out. If I could be honest with you, weigh it out, weigh the initial amount of beef frozen, and then you weigh whatever you get, and then just, I guess na kung ano man yung natanggal na weight is oil. Let's move on. Oh, wow. What's this band? Ang kapal ng mukha. Wow. Ang kapal ng mukha ng bandang to. What is this drama? Ang kapal ng mukha ng bandang to mula noon hanggang ngayon. Nauna pang kantahin ang kanta ng iba sa Cozy Cove. Hindi pa naka-perform pero yung kanta niyang sumikat, kinanta na ng bandang may history ng Anybody know this band? Agsunta? Kinabahan ako sa RIP Shanti. I don't think kasama sa setlist nila yan, pero si Cozy Cove pumipili ng i-upload. Pero kapal talaga ng mga yan, yayabang pa. Wala eh, hindi pumapatok mga original nila. Oh, nice! And then mas mura nga, Yel. Dang! Century Tuna, Red Label, Agsunta. What's with Agsunta? Why is there hate on them? Let's see their latest post. Wala namang hate. 2004 was their last post though. Not an active Instagram page. Yan yung band na mahilig mag-cover ng songs. Oh. Pero I think yung hate na nanggagaling dito is plinay din nila yung mga plinay din nila yung cover ng artist na tutugtog after them. Like, wait, again. They covered the song of an artist that will eventually play on stage after them. Yeah, I think that's where the hate is coming from. Hindi pumapatok. I saw them live. Magaling yung lalaki. Malinis ang mga nota. Grabe sumigaw. 5 hours yung festival na yun. Yun lang natatandaan ko. Parang Boys Avenue lang tong mga ungas na to. So they really do covers. They really do covers. But nasama pa si Gigi Delana? Bakit nadamay pa siya dito? I know Gigi Delana does a lot of covers on YouTube. Right? Sayang talent ni Gigi, ano? Parang may ibubuga siya sa genre na bagay boses niya. Kaso panay cover lang ng song. Super na-disappointed ako dun sa interview niya na parang sila pa yung victim dahil na-take down yung channel nila over copyright content. Na kesyo sana kinausap daw muna sila, willing naman daw sila magbayad ng royalty. Eh kung willing naman pala, why didn't they do it right away? I feel like their channel is still up, isn't it? Gigi Delana? Maybe because their channel is earning way too much money. Way too much money, and yet they're only covering. That's allowed. Oh, GG Vibes, ayan, 2.4 million. Buhay na buhay pa sila. Yeah. Is there anything wrong with that? I think YouTube allows that, right? If you cover songs. What's not allowed is if you outright steal songs. I don't think so. I think they were just mass reported for copyright infringement. They probably thought that it was real. But as far as I know, YouTube allows this. They did really well nung pandemic. If I'm not mistaken, Gigi Delana was primed for mainstream showbiz. Diba? She was, I think she was being paired with a big actor. God bless the Philippines. Good night. Mon, see you in Cyprus. See you when you come here this year. Have I seen iOS 26? Yeah, I have. I'm not the biggest fan. I'm not the biggest hater. But mainly because I don't know enough about it yet. Or it's this one. Tanong lang. Seriously, how? Oh. Oh, alright. Thank you for the clarity, Riza. Masakit lang sa tenga boses ni Gigi Delana. Hindi birit. Yeah, I use iPhone. Right. Thank you for that, Riza. Added info. Anybody feel like this? Just don't want to talk for 2 days. So now you're questioning whether or not you should be in a long-term relationship. I use iPhone, Sean, but I don't have any real thoughts yet. You should ask Stein. I think there was like a discussion between Stein and Tristan kung ano yung thoughts nila sa iOS 26. Dang it, SC. Not the comment I was expecting. I just want to talk for 2 days. I never felt that way. No, not me. Ayoko lang ng relationship. Okay. May nag-chat. Oh, this looks good. 4,000 upvotes. Clear aligners, 12K up and down. Howly retainer, 6K up and down. Dito ka na mag-retainer. Ay, why po? Mas mura ba dyan, dad? Dentista ako matagal na. Wait, what's the story behind this? Yeah, my dad is a general dentist, but he didn't take orthodonty for some reason. So we have to go and find an orthodontist for braces. And now, she told me I'm good for retainers now. I asked my dad if he's okay with it, but he told me na sa hometown na lang daw ako magpa-retainers. Yeah, cute. Cute naman. Small white girl forgets to reply. This is cute, man. I like, this reminds me so much. Di ba nakalimutan nung OP na yung tatay niya dentist? This reminds me so much of Mark Cuban's story. So Mark Cuban, the billionaire, very, very famous on social media, very likable, previous owner of the Mavericks. Mark Cuban, Shark Tank guy. I think one time nagkwento siya about his kids. And I think one time he was just, all up in his kids' business. And then parang sinabihan siya ng kids niya na parang, stop it, dad. Stop getting all over my face. So can you imagine, to the rest of the world, Mark Cuban is this powerful figure that literally moves economies. And then to their kids, Mark Cuban is just their dad. Anyway, moving forward. para di na tayo ma-disappoint, siguro wag na tayo mag-expect ng kahit ano sa kahit na sino. Not the way. Not the way at all, man. Not the way to live. What the hell? Para di na tayo ma-disappoint? Nah. I'll pass on that one. Again, I think we're on the same page here, chat. Most of the time, just gotta, it's an all or nothing. Sinabi ni SWG, my dad would rather buy reading glasses sa Mercury drug. Like, Dad, I'm right here. Let's look for something good. You deserve someone who thinks you're too... it's just a bunch of sad people here. I get it. Sometimes we're sad, but not the mood I'm looking to be in right now. I had a rather shitty day, chat. Nahuli ako. Nahuli ako ng traffic enforcer. So, let me share with you a story. This is how I started my day, which kind of sucks. But let me show you how I started my day. Here. So, I went to Urban Smiles earlier today. And here you go. So, I went to Urban... I was in this area earlier today. And I go here, right? And the road is pretty clear. Earlier today, hindi masikip, walang traffic dito. I whip out my Waze because I'm supposed to go to SM Fame. Doon ako nag-gym today sa SM Fame dahil yun yung malapit sa area na to. So, okay. I turn right. And if you notice, all the cars are headed in one direction. I'm just not familiar with the place. I turned right anyway. Little did I know that there is a small sign here. The sign is here, by the way. The sign is here. It's not here. It's here. I think that's a little unfair because you have no choice but to, when you've turned right, you're done for. Diba? So, I turn right. I realize that all the cars seem to be coming in one direction. I take a U-turn. Pagdating ko dito, may nakaabang na sa akin na traffic enforcer. Is it entrapment? I don't know. Is it something I can complain about? I don't know. Is it something that I can appeal? I hope so. But did I just accept my mistake? Yeah. Did I hope that they would forgive me? Yeah. Did they forgive me? No. So that's what happened. And the way that it happened is may lumapit sa akin dito na enforcer kasi nga inaabangan yan. I really do, now that I think about it, that is so unfair. Yung no entry mo na andyan, hindi dito. Let me take a screenshot of this. Maybe I can appeal when I try to pay my fines. So, I turn right. And yeah, when I come back, there's a traffic enforcer here. Sabi ng traffic enforcer sa akin, Nako sir, ano nangyari? Bakit ka kumanan dyan, sir? Sabi ko, sorry po talaga. Talagang nagkamali ako. Nahuli yung pag-update ng Google Maps ko. Akala ko dito it's true, by the way. Akala ko dito nakakanan. Nung nalaman ko na parang may mali yata dahil yung mga cars in one direction lang, nag-U-turn kaagad ako. Wala naman akong naabala. Pasensya na po. Normally, you should get off with a courtesy warning because it's not like you hurt people or you put other people in danger. But, si kuya mong traffic enforcer, syempre sabi niya, Naku po, sir, ang no entry. 2,000 yan para matubos. Tapos, kailangan nyo po pong tubos dito kasi wala pong online payment. Taga saan po ba kayo? Kuya, taga QC po ako kaya ako hindi familiar sa area. Ganun po ba? Naku, meron ka pong 10 days para i-claim yun. Pero yun na nga, kailangan pumunta dito. Ano sa tingin mo, sir? Ano sa tingin mo, sir? Sige, kuya. At sabi ko, syempre, 2,000 talaga ba? No entry, 2,000. Ang laki naman nun. Talaga ba? Hindi ba mas mura yun? Sabi, hindi, ganun talaga, sir. No entry yan eh. Sabi ko, sige, kung ganun, tatanggapin ko na lang yung pagkakamali ko. Again, low-key, accepting my mistake, but low-key, also hoping na you get off on a courtesy warning. Because at the end of the day, if I'm not mistaken, nasa prerogative naman ng mga traffic enforcers kung ifa-fine ka nila, titikitan ka nila, or just let you go on a warning. Because, they do that when they realize that the driver is simply, not just dumb like me. So, sabi nung traffic enforcer, gumanon siya. Sabi niya, ganun. Tinawag niya yung friend niya. And then I noticed that the friend has something. Si traffic enforcer friend has something that this traffic enforcer doesn't have. Can you guess what it is? Yeah, my friend siya. Tinawag niya. Yung friend niya may bit-bit na ticket. Can you guess what he has that the traffic enforcer who entrapped me, I don't want to say entrapment, the government might come after me, yung nanghuli sa akin, yung sumalubong sa akin, can you guess what the friend has na wala siya? The friend has a body cam. In case you don't know what the body cam is, chat. Body cam. This one. You normally wear it on your chest and it always records so that for documentation purposes and for whatever reason you need it, pwede siyang balikan ng kung sino man kailangan balikan yun. So, itong si nanghuli sa akin, yung nang-abang dito, wala siyang body cam, kaya ganun siya magsalita. And the difference in their dialogue is night and day. Yung friend na enforcer, the way the friend enforcer was talking to me, straight to the point, professional. Sinasabi niya, ano ba nangyari dito? Okay, ganun ba? Di talaga pwede. And then starts writing the fine, starts explaining, starts telling me what I did wrong. I guess, SOP nila. And then sabi sa akin nung, by the way, ang bilis umalis. Yung nanghuli sa akin na walang body cam, immediately leaves. Yung may body cam, sabi niya, sir, kung ganun, ang fine ko na lang sa'yo, obstruction. Mas mura po yun. And I'm in my head, ba't nyo sasabihin no entry yung ko ginawa tapos biglang no obstruction lang pala. Pwede naman palang ganun lang kasi hindi naman heavy yung ginawa ko. I would think that no entry fines would happen when you did something with severe consequences sa actions mo. So anyway, binigay niya sa akin obstruction. I don't know how much that is. And ito, nung tinanong ko, magkano po ba yung obstruction? Magkano po ba yung obstruction kumpara sa no entry na 2,000? Sabi niya, ganito. Sir, di po kasi kami pwede mag-discuss ng price eh. Hold on. Didn't your friend just talk about prices? So, in hindsight, I should have used that as my bargaining chip. So that perhaps I could, in fact, get away with it. But I will make an appeal. Now that I think about it, I think it's worth making an appeal. The way I was caught, the way I was treated. Not that I want to be a diva or anything, but I guess just the difference between the two people who approached me. Hopefully, that's enough to avoid the fine. Hopefully, that's enough to convince the proper authorities na get your act straight, please. Other than that, again, from the get-go, I was willing to accept my fine. I made a mistake, careless as it was. It's still a mistake, and road rules are road rules. Yeah. Well, they were instructed, di ba? They were instructed. Oh nga, no, ay shit, walang dashcam yung kotse na dinrive ko kanina. But hey, that's my story, and that's why my day began with this, and it was a rather shitty start to the day. From here, I went to work out at go work out at Anytime Fitness in SM Fame. Great equipment, completo. Perfect for bodybuilders, or if you're looking for that specific equipment to help you reach your bodybuilding goals. The only problem is, totoo yung sinabi dito ni SC kanina, over in SM Fame, although bago lang to, I think this opened no more than a couple months ago. Ang problema lang sa SM Fame, sobrang puno. Sobrang puno, and it's not very clean. I feel like siguro bakasyon din yung maintenance dahil holiday today, but it's the kind of floor that you don't wanna sit or lie down on. Even if you're just gonna squat there, or like even if you're just gonna chill there. Diba? Maraming buhok, uncomfortable humiga. Normally, I don't care because I don't use the gym mats. I stretch for 15 minutes. I feel like it's a waste of a gym mat to use. Less work also for the maintenance. But yeah, I did feel that the floors were pretty dirty. Siguro high traffic lang talaga, high volume. Sadie Trunks is here. Dang, chat. W's for Sadie Trunks. Xavier Atienza, about to be a dad in 2 weeks or less. Sobrang hinug na nung tiyan ng misis ni Trunks. That baby is fully baked, ready to go anytime, chat. So W's in the chat from my best friend, about to go face to face with his firstborn. Yeah. Kung di ako nagkakamali, sabi mo 16, no? 16 or any day. Yeah. Sadie. So yeah, medyo bad trip yung gym. Pero ang ganda, kompleto. Very unique machines. It has a lying leg curl. It has an, if not mistaken, adductor. There's also an sobrang rare nito. Tell me if you've seen a branch with this. But tell me if you've seen a branch with this. But I haven't. Plate loaded incline chest press. Name me one branch with that. Wala pa akong nakikita. I think one. Ever branch has that. Pero, yeah, meron din dun. Anyway, moving on. What? A muscle factory sa congressional. Okay, what's this one? What case do you use on your phone? What case do I use on my phone? Apple case? Apple case or this one? I don't know what this one is. Ringke, Apple, or the one... Dang, I forget. Shame on me for forgetting. The one that Marion gave us. Wait, I wanna give proper credit here. Tinatanong kasi ko ano yung iPhone case na gamit ko. Let me just hit up Marion here real quick. Oh, dang. Where is that? Is Marion even his name? Ba't di ko baka Marlon? Baka Marlon? Oh gosh, shame on me, chat. Hold on, let me just look for my friend here. Na nagbigay ng case sa akin. We're close. I can feel it. Hinahanap ko lang yung pangalan niya. Ayoko lang hindi mabigyan ng credit to dahil binigyan niya ako ng case, and it's a rather expensive brand. Still going. Kailan ni-release yung iPhone? Kailan ni-release yung iPhone Air? like the news or the rumor that there would be an the iPhone 16e. When was that released? iPhone 16e, because that's when I replied to him and said, alam ko yung last name niya. Yeah, like this year. There you go. I found him. I found him. His name is Marion, but it doesn't appear. Pitaka Wallets. That's not my exact case, but that's the design I used. This is the dude, YouTuber also. DMCI ito. YouTuber also, Pitaka Wallets. He gave me a case from Pitaka, really reputable brand, good brand. And distributor siya nung Pitaka cases. Hong Kong yata or Singapore yung brand na to. Anyway, moving on. Utang PH. Oh, speaking of Utang PH, you guys know Becoming Filipino? This guy? Becoming Filipino. Him. Kyle, I think is his name. Have you seen his latest post? Medyo true or not, his latest post kind of made me feel a certain way. So he posted this, right? This is his photo in a jeep. By the way, he's now Filipino. I think this year lang or late last year, naging Filipino talaga siya. Naturalized Filipino. So this is a quick one. But basically, he posted yesterday. Yesterday, I had the saddest jeepney ride I have ever experienced. I was right behind the driver, a manong, probably in his late 50s. Whenever we had a delayed stop, he would check his phone and try to spin a few more slots on Bingo Plus. When we had a really long stop, he kept loading 50 pesos with GCash, losing it quickly and reloading. Sad to think he easily blew all his earnings for work in the day in minutes. It was one of the most depressing rides I have ever had. We all may have vices. I mean, gambling has always been deep-rooted in culture here. Just look at Peria or Sabong. But grabe, it just seems like online gambling has completely taken over. Billboards everywhere, ads in apps, random text messages, even slot machines being modeled by Miss Universe contestants on Coronation Night. Talking about being empowered. As I watched Manong, I couldn't help but think, GCash, please disconnect from gambling websites. It's just too easy. Just couldn't help but share my sadness and thoughts, that's all. Same exact sentiments. G ako sa weekend book. Same exact sentiments here. Ang lungkot, no? Sobrang accessible na ng gambling. But how do you tell national leaders, the largest companies and businesses in the country, blue chip companies, how do you tell them, hey, say no to a few billion pesos, please? Where do you draw the line? How do you disconnect from gambling? I think when it comes to private companies, it will be very hard for them to say no to dozens of billions of pesos of money and profit. The question now lies on government regulation. Diba? You see the advertising. What's that? The ASCI? What's the ASCI? Advertising Council of the Philippines. Philippines. Ani sa Philippines? ASC. The Ads Standards Council of the Philippines. These guys are super strict with what you put on the billboard. Too much advertising something that shows too much skin, that's not gonna make it. Advertising that too discriminatory, borderline, not gonna make it. Ads that talk about ads that further marginalized already discriminated groups, not allowed. Wrong colors, not allowed. And yet when it comes to gambling, these guys these guys seem to have disappeared. Super strict yung ASC natin. But for some reason, gambling ads are just everywhere. I know, money talks. I mean, like just think of it for a sec here, chat. Let's say it's a red tape ng ASC. Let's say there are 10 higher ups that you have to go through before you get approved. I'm just completely making this up. I don't know how ads get approved. But again, let's just say 10 people to go through individually need to approve. 10 people need to individually approve your ad before it gets posted as a billboard. What's a cool $2 million to make this happen? $2 million is very small for these gambling companies. $2 million translates to roughly about 110 million pesos already. What's 11 million pesos per person that they have to pay up para lang ma-approve? 'Di ba? It's crazy. Sobrang laking pera ng gambling. Yup. I know. Sometimes kasi may kickback. Oh naman. All the time. Government will never in a million years prohibit or regulate gambling. That's their cash cow. Yeah. Where you all gamble. I can't talk about gambling, but I've played games several times, chat. I've gamed responsibly. Never got in a hole. Never got myself in a pickle. But I see it. I definitely see how it could easily be addictive. You win a few times, you get that adrenaline rush, you see your money double instantly by a few clicks of a button. I see it, man. If a game sponsors you, you do it. It's an everyday question for me. The last time I talked about it, if it's a one-time gig, I'd see how much creative freedom I could get in talking about that brand deal. But automatic so far, right now, pag long term, like multiple brand deal or campaign, gonna be an easy no for me. Kapag let's say live stream, may nakalagay dito sa lower left. Yeah. I don't know. Like, I don't know. Let's see because the people I typically look up to as creators in the US do talk about or do have gambling sponsors, but they also have the creative freedom to say what they want and the ability to also discourage or not discourage but put disclaimers na gambling is addictive, seek help, ganito ganyan. If you see that you're ganito, ito ang contact numbers mo. If I'm allowed to say all of that, give all the disclaimers and make sure that, you know, gaming should be purely a recreational activity and not a source of livelihood, and that, you know, just like tobacco and alcohol, there are ways to talk about it properly. I might consider it. Yeah. Can I say ditto? A pickle has gotten... Wait, what? SWG? Yun lang, di ba? Yun lang yung problema. Dito kasi sa Pilipinas, una sa lahat, there are barely any disclaimers. There will be barely any disclaimers, and you don't have full control of the content that you put out. But I'll make sure I run through it properly. I won't just do it on a whim, and aaralin ko talaga if it's the right thing to do. Especially because right now we basically talk about internet culture and right and wrong things to do. So it would be straying off that path if all of a sudden I talk about gambling, right? Or gaming. Bunker, sabi ni Tristan. Put it on the banker. May loto na government-owned. Yeah, but I do have hope though, because once upon a time, tobacco ads ruled TV and billboards. But if I'm not mistaken now, bawal na yata ang tobacco ads. This hair just won't go down, huh? Bawal na yata ang tobacco ads. Dang, Tristan, I'm happy for you. I am so happy for you. That's crazy. Yeah, take it home, man. Take it home. Because you're not gonna get to be able to get the same high that you got from that big win. You're gonna need to win bigger, which means betting bigger. Good for you. Good for you. Well, technically, Riza, same with alcohol and any other vice. The value in smoking tobacco is that you get a kick out of it. I mean, you get a kick out of all these things, right? Out of alcohol, out of gambling, out of drinking alcohol. Yeah, make kick out of it lahat eh. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, here's the thing, right? As with any vice, the best way to avoid getting addicted to a vice is to not do it at all. That's it, man. Just don't do it. If natatakot ka, so be it. Matakot ka na for the rest of your life. Yeah. Oh, I think they just I don't know where I heard this from, but you know that recently, I'm not sure if it's in Australia. Maybe Gio here can confirm, or baka nasa New Zealand na rin. But recently, some country just passed a law where bukod sa may infographic or may graphic ng mga sakit na pwede mong makuha right on the cigarette box, some country did the same, but for every stick. Every stick now has to have that disclaimer or warning and some photo that smoking is dangerous to your health. Parang may country na yun recently eh. Cigarettes. Photo warning. Very, very recently na bawat stick, bukod sa buong pack, I can't show it because I can't show cigarettes on either YouTube or TikTok. But basically, each stick, I know you guys know what I'm talking about when I say it's on the box. Here, something like this. Okay, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Boom. Cigarettes cause leukemia. Canada. Baka Canada. Since 2004 per stick? Dang. Alright. Pangit pero masarap. Hey! Happy birthday, June! Happy Independence Day din daw. Got it, June. Let's go. W's in the chat for June. Is there a month of the year that isn't a name of a person? Parang lahat ginawa ng pangalan, no? Like, yeah. Like, I feel like every month of the year, yeah, I know a January Jones, yung artista. I know a February. I have a batchmate named February. March, wala. No, January Jones is a real person. March, wala. I don't think I've ever heard of a March. April, of course. May, of course. June. July. August. October. I've never heard of an October. I've never heard of the November. December. Yeah. July and Saint Claus. August Rush. Okay, so may August. Okay. August. September. Yeah, in August. September wala pa yata. Uy! Let's go. Let's go. W's in the chat for our German Filipino over here. Uy! Whoa! Ang lakas makalaki nung euro. Chat, look at where we're at now. Hi, birthday June. Pangit pero masarap. Coffee gelatin. Mukhang Mang Tomas naman to, pre. Oh, January to August were named after Roman emperors. Oh. That's why you don't see names October, November, December. Mukhang papaitan. True. Ang order ko kimbap, bakit ako binigyan ng tubol? Gross. Okay. Nothing interesting here. Mental health. Nah. Moving on. Philippines. First time ko lang magpamassage. Please be Gintel. Kaya pala sobrang galing ng mga K-pop idols kasi they K-pop the good work. Hey, that's not bad. I like that one. Gintel. One more. Saan nagpapapicture ang mga congressman? Sa camera. Alright, let's move on. Oh, bawal yan. We'll move on. Literal na malayo pa, pero malayo na. Okay, we'll move on. Gulong. Anyway. Ooh, have you seen this one, chat? This one was crazy. This one was crazy. Alright, SC, thank you for dropping by. Good luck on the album, and I hope you nail those verses. Bata pa yung driver, pero wala namang namatay. Worst nightmare, man. Debris. Debris lang daw to. Okay, mag-alala. Ano lang to? Just the usual. Nothing too big. Jeez, man. Is this what you call a class action lawsuit? Or is that term just not applicable for this one? Jeez. Worst nightmare ko talaga to, chat. Na bumagsak sa akin yung overpass. food. A plain loss. A class action group of people. Ito, lawsuit. Okay, I get it. Bago na lagyan ng McDo. What? Hey! Kapag dine-in. Okay to Sino nakapag-dine-in ng McDo lately? In fairness akala ko bagong meals lang nila. Ito na ba new food serving containers nila? This is harder to clean though. Don't you think? This is harder to clean, chat. In my head, now you have a lid to worry about. I see, Gio. May collectible na naman yung mga kawatan. Oh my gosh. Sana naman wag kunin to. Yeah, that's my first thought too, to be honest with you. Parang prone na maiuwi kung lutang ka. Hirap kaya tanggalin ng mantika sa plastic. Yeah, man, may takip na. I wonder what there has to be like a business reason for this, right? Uniformity, stackable. Hindi. Stackable naman dati. Dati nga mas maganda di ba? They had baskets and paper, wax paper. Maybe that was messy. I wonder why. Any theories, chat? Sa QC lang daw nilabas yung mga dine-in sets na ganito kasi may city ordinance na ni-require. Oh, bawal na plastic. Yun ba yun? Ni-require ni Mayor Joy. Bawal lang plastic sa... Pero hindi naman single-use plastic yung mga... Hindi naman single-use plastic yung mga baskets na binibigay ng McDo eh. So I don't see why this will be banned. And it's plastic too, so... Akala ko lagayan ng sabon. Anyway. No one here trying to explain. Tech Philippines. Oh, Stein. This is a direct attack on you, Stein. Direct attack on all the Apple fanboys of Benifam. Dang. What's this? Windows 7? Windows 7 ba to? Oh, shots fired. Shots fired, man. Filipino student at Harvard graduates magna cum laude. Hey, not bad. Congratulations, man. Ion Chua graduated magna cum laude with a remarkable double degree, earning a bachelor's in economics alongside a concurrent master's in chemistry. Let's go. Shopee PH was this. iPad Air 6.6K flash deal. Oh god. I feel like I've seen this already. Oh god, oh god, oh god, oh god, oh god. I've seen this. Oh. Just kidding. Oh, nice. Nice input there, Mock. Na clear glass is very difficult to iterate. Just make it interactive pa for the UI. The UX to make it nice. Ooh, ano kaya thoughts nung wife ni Trunks about iOS 26? Alam ko Apple na silang dalawa eh. Who saw this coming? Oh. I can't show you too much of those memes. Senators Pimentel and Hontiveros don their robes. Huwag lang gagayahin ng androids. Grabe naman makatawag ng android. And it's preview for the eyeglass wearables. Totoo naman din, I feel. Because it is inspired by the Apple Vision Pro, right? Kung hindi adik, bakit matatakot sa tokhang? Eh bakit takot sa impeachment trial kung hindi naman magnanap? Let's not get too political. Filipino history. Ooh, nice coins. Coin collecting is some kind of art, huh? Huge respect for coin collectors. I don't know why, but I feel like this is one of the most slow-paced hobbies that you could ever have. Unless you just wanna hack it through. Meron ka lang pera. Bilin mo na lang yung collection ng ibang tao. Claim it as your own. But dang, sobrang slow-paced ng hobby na to. Have I ever done crypto before? I've had my fair share. Yeah, Mok, I agree with you. Most rewatchable Filipino movie for you. Is this First Day High? Gosh, they were so young. All right, Gio. We're about to wrap the stream up. Just want something that's interesting here. Maghanap lang ako ng magandang thread to end the night with. I took a picture. Ooh, ganda ng mayon. Dang! What building is this, Chad? Wow! What anybody know what building this is? How are they? They're dangling from where? Wow. Oh, hindi siya sa Pilipinas. I took a picture PH eh. Yeah, looks like it is a curvy building. There you go on the side. Nice eye, Tristan. True, pero ang awkward pag naglilinis na sila sa floor namin, nagkakatitigan minsan. And I hope they get paid well. They for sure do. I heard somewhere that high-rise cleaners are so well off. They have better pay than entry-level engineers. Above 14K a month. Grabe yung malaki na pala 14K. Kawawa talaga tayong mga Pilipino. Akala ko, yeah. That's what I thought too. Nasa mga 100K. Imagine being a rope access worker or rope access technician. And then Filipino ka. You have that skill set. You have the experience. And then nag-abroad ka. Gosh. You're gonna make a lot of money there. Maybe you can find a good question here. Ask PH. What's the most underrated job na maganda ang kita pero hindi alam ng karamihan? Speaking of high-rise cleaners, what are the top answers here? Occupational therapist and speech therapist. Sa sobrang daming person with special needs, fully booked lagi ang mga therapists plus and taas ng rate kasi kakonti lang sila sa buong bansa. Yeah. I only work 4 times a week pero monthly average salary is 50 to 70. I have batchmates that earn 6 digits monthly pero halos everyday naman sila nag-work. That's cool. Okay. Love call centers. Ooh, I kind of know what that means. Ito, I think we can wrap it up with this one. Do a lot more reading tomorrow, or maybe last two threads apart from that. Okay, we can't show that there. Okay, here. We can end it with our Philippines if there's a good thread here. If wala, we'll end it with this. Notice to the public. For those who got stamped by PSP Gym, we're looking for PSP Gym's owner and vice chairman, Phoebus Apollo Peralta Samson and Isel Solestre Samson. Chat, I saw a Facebook post that allegedly 90 million pesos yata yung sinugal niya. Wow. Crazy yung PSP. Nangyari sa PSP. Wow, it's even here. To all PSP interested investors, file a case against the PSP Gym, NBI Fraud and Financial Crimes Division. Wow. Now this, speaking of, is a class action lawsuit. Now that we were talking about it earlier. PSP Kadlipunan ladies is permanently puro PSP. Oh. Kaya pala puro PSP. Nagtataka ako eh. Bakit puro PSP yung nasa Philippines? Nasa R Fitness tayo. What? Ayuda, 5K. Vote buying, 5K. Imbrunal girl, 80K. Palarong pambansa athlete, 3K. Got it, Mock. Thank you for dropping by. I'll see you again on Monday. Don't forget, Monday is auction old stream stuff, and Tuesday is in the design the new stream room. Auction on Monday. Please be here. Yeah, nothing quite interesting. So I guess we'll wrap it up, Chad. We'll wrap it up with this one. Oh, wait. Basagan ng muka sa 7-Eleven. Was just buying a drink at 7-Eleven sa tabi ng palengke after my morning jog. Tahimik pa, then this random alley walks in, heads straight to the counter, and without skipping a beat tells the cashier, "Boss, basagin mo nga mukha nito." And I swear the cashier didn't even flinch. He just turned around, opened the register, and pulled out 100 peso bills. Turns out, nagpapabarya lang siya. May bago na naman akong natutunan. Good morning. Okay. Last thread for the night. Let's wrap it up. For introverts, anong masasabi nyo sa extroverts? I'll go first. Parang awa nyo na. Pagtango na lang ng tango yung tao, layuan nyo na. Wala na kaming energy. That's a good one. What else is there good to say for introverts? I'd probably say give us a chance. Pwede bang i-type na lang namin yung sagot tapos submit namin after 10 minutes? Yeah, because extroverts are so good at thinking from the top of their head that I feel like introverts have to process things more. Can you please stop asking questions like, why are you so quiet? Because we never asked why you guys are so loud. Ang sa akin, sana wag nang mamahiya ng introverted people kapag nasa crowd or group of people. Naiinis lang ako pag may mga tao na sasabihin sa isang tahimik na tao, Uy, magsalita ka naman. O kaya, bakit ang tahimik mo? Totoo. Tapos pag napansin nila na na-off ka sa sinabi nila, sasabihan ka pang sensitive. Hindi lahat katulad nila. Yeah, man. This world was built by extroverts. Give us a chance here. Pag naka-headset na, huwag nyo naguluhin. May sariling concert na yan internally. Not even listening to actual music. Naka-headset lang no? Tapos just tuning out the world. I have no problems sa extroverts. Ayoko lang nang pinipilit kaming sumayaw sa mga party. Awa na lang sasabihin ka pang KJ. That's me, Chad. I'm not. I'm pretty. I would say I'm introverted for the most part. Anywho, I think that's all that we have for today, chat. Again, just wanted to go through those Reddit threads for tonight. And then, of course, the big event. I'm just happy as well that we're back on track. Everything seems to be working properly. And now it's up to me to continue optimizing the stream room para mas maganda yung soundproofing, less echo, and make the wiring better para maganda ang cable management natin. But other than that, this is about where the stream ends. I will see you on Monday for the auction of the old stream room stuff. Funds will be used to raise money to give to you as well for designing the new stream room on Tuesday. Create posters about it so that we can create some hype within our own little community. So bare minimum, I will be giving you 10K to design the new stream room. But if we do make more than 10K from the auction, all of that money will be given to you again para designing new stream room. So you see where this is going? Either way, it's all going to be for the stuff that you see on the streams every day anyway. So a huge shout out to the super chats that we were able to get today. So a huge shout out to Gio, to Christian, to Alex, to June. I also want to give a huge shout out to the TTs that we got today. TTs coming from Hanabi. And then the new membership as well from Alex. Thank you for tonight, chat. And I will see you tomorrow. Good night, everybody. Thank you for hanging out. Thank you to the mods here. OJ, Bok, Barnes, if I'm not mistaken, Paring Ray, they were all in the stream. Unknown Userist, thank you for hanging out. Tavis, SWG, Riza, Mock, Melatonin, Lost One, Biels, Trunky, Dino, SC, Tristan, Yel, Manny, Larry, Tavis, and everybody else in the stream chat. Mark safe. I will see you on Monday. Bye-bye, everybody. Have a great weekend. Streams will only get better from here now that things are working and back to normal.